The Prime Minister is facing accusations that could shake his entire career. 470 million worth of financial secrets, and the Integrity Commission is on his trail. Did Jamaica's Prime Minister really break the law? Or is this a political takedown? Let's unravel the truth behind this explosive showdown. Hey patriotic internet friends and family, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're diving into the high-stakes showdown between Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the Integrity Commission over a $470 million financial mystery. Holness claims the Integrity Commission's 171-page report is an all-out attack on his reputation, loaded with unconstitutional accusations, and he's not backing down. With two powerhouse legal teams battling in the Supreme Court, will Holness clear his name, or is there more to the story? Stick around to see how this political thriller unfolds. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy updates on Jamaica's political and social scene. Welcome all patriotic Jamaicans. The movement continues. Make we get into it now. Let's kick it off. PM Holness battles the Integrity Commission. The $470 million showdown. All right. Everyone buckle up. We're diving into one of Jamaica's biggest political dramas yet. The battle between Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the Integrity Commission, or as we like to call it, the $470 million mystery. Grab your popcorn. So on September 17, 2024, a massive 171-page report hit Parliament like a political bombshell. The Integrity Commission's Director of Investigations, Kevon Stephenson, reported some financial anomalies tied to the PM's 2021 statutory declarations. The report outlined an investigation into some banking transactions involving Mr. Holness and three entities connected to him. No, it wasn't just a couple of slips here and there. We're talking about a series of transactions over $470 million, along with some questions about tax compliance and unexplained income. The report, tabled in Parliament in September, scrutinizes the Prime Minister's uncertified statutory declarations for the years 2021 to 2023, raises questions about certain aspects of his financial affairs. However, the Commission's Director of Corruption, Keisha Prince Kamika, concluded that no criminal charges should be brought against the Prime Minister, even though it had been recommended that he be charged for failing to disclose 4 related bank accounts. Keynote and pay attention to that. He could have been charged. A lot of people don't know that the Prime Minister could have been charged for failing to disclose 4 related bank accounts. And according to the IC, these inconsistencies were just too big to ignore. So they sent the case over to the Financial Investigations Division, FID, and even the Tax Administration Jamaica, TAJ, for a deeper dive. But what did the PM have to say about all this? Stick around because it gets heated. Holness wasn't about to take this lying down. According to him, the Integrity Commission was out to embarrass him with criminal and unethical accusations. And so, on September 30, he took a bold step, requesting the Supreme Court's permission to apply for judicial review. The target, the IC's report, and its very authority. He wants the Supreme Court to terminate all investigations into his financial affairs, invalidate the report, strike down the provisions of the Integrity Commission Act, and declare sections of the Corruption Prevention Act used to probe illicit enrichment as unconstitutional. Keynote and pay attention to that. Holness argues that Section 14.5 of the Corruption Prevention Act, the part about proving income sources, is downright unconstitutional. He claims this section is designed to trip up public officials without solid proof and challenges the Integrity Commission Act itself, aiming to dismantle the law that even enables this kind of investigation. The Corruption Prevention Act, CPA, Section 14.5, which outlines that a person who fails to satisfactorily explain their wealth relative to their earnings commits the offense of illicit enrichment. So what did he bring to the court? A list of 33 points. Because if you're going to challenge the IC, go big or go home, right? But he's not alone. The Integrity Commission has its own powerhouse legal team led by former Solicitor General Michael Hilton, also King's Counsel, and they're ready to fight back. Who will come out on top? The courtroom saga officially kicked off on November 7, 2024. The stakes: Holness wants the Supreme Court to terminate all ongoing investigations, nullify the report, and halt any further digs into his financial declarations for 2021 to 2023. That's sound very spooky. Keynote and pay attention to that. Now, Holness's lead counsel, Georgia Gibson Henlin, argues that the IC's report lacks integrity. Oh, the irony. And is riddled with errors, unfairly painting him as a criminal. Meanwhile, Michael Hilton, on behalf of the IC, is holding firm, asserting the Commission's authority to investigate under both the Corruption Prevention Act and the Integrity Commission Act. And just when you think it couldn't get any more intense, in comes the TAJ and FID, tasked with further investigating the alleged financial missteps. It's a full-on legal battle. Here's a summary of the key takeaways. 1. The IC report bombshell. The 171-page IC report questioned Holness's finances, highlighting $470 million in unexplained transactions. 2. Legal offensive. Holness took the IC to court, claiming the Commission's actions were unconstitutional and aimed at defamation. 3. Powerhouse legal teams, with King's Counsel Georgia Gibson Henlin for Holness and Michael Hilton for the IC. The courtroom became a battleground. 4. The constitutional challenge. Holness challenges Section 14.5 of the Corruption Prevention Act, calling it unconstitutional. 5. TAJ and FID involvement. Both institutions were tasked with further probing into Holness's financing, adding another layer to the case. So who will win this monumental courtroom clash? The Prime Minister or the Integrity Commission? Will this reshape Jamaica's anti-corruption laws? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned as we follow the twists and turns of Jamaica's most heated political showdown. Here are some detailed questions that you might have about this high-stakes conflict between Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the Integrity Commission, along with clear and engaging answers to address your concerns. Question number 1. Why is the Integrity Commission investigating Prime Minister Andrew Holness? Answer. The Integrity Commission launched its investigation after uncovering financial discrepancies in Holness's statutory declarations, particularly from 2021 to 2023. Their 171-page report, released in September 2024, raised red flags about $470 million in transactions involving companies linked to Holness. These figures, along with Holness's lack of certified income declarations, triggered a deeper probe to determine whether his assets matched his declared earnings. Keynote and pay attention to that. Question number 2. What's the legal basis for accusing Holness of illicit enrichment, and how serious are these claims? Answer. The Commission's inquiry is rooted in Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act, CPA, which targets illicit enrichment by public officials whose assets far exceed their reported income. According to the IC, if a public official can't account for their wealth relative to their income, it's considered suspicious and potentially illegal. The Integrity Commission Act empowers them to investigate and even suggest prosecution if they find irregularities. Hence, the allegations against Holness are serious, as they suggest unethical or even criminal conduct. Keynote and pay attention to that. Question number 3. What does Holness hope to achieve by challenging the Integrity Commission in court? Answer. Holness's legal team is pushing for a judicial review, seeking to quash the Integrity Commission's report entirely. By doing so, he aims to terminate the ongoing investigations, invalidate the report's findings, and challenge the constitutionality of both the Integrity Commission Act and the Corruption Prevention Act, particularly the part that implies he must prove his income is legitimate. Essentially, he wants the court to declare that these laws infringe on his constitutional rights, particularly the presumption of innocence. Keynote and pay attention to that. This man is something else. Question number 4. How is Holness defending himself against these allegations? Answer. Holness argues that the Integrity Commission's report is biased, claiming it was drafted in bad faith with the intent to damage his reputation. He maintains that his financial dealings are transparent and that the report's accusations are based on flawed calculations and unsupported assumptions. His defense team, led by King's Counsel Georgia Gibson-Henlin, insists that the Integrity Commission has violated his rights and exceeded its mandate by involving the Financial Investigations Division and Tax Administration Jamaica without solid evidence of wrongdoing. Keynote and pay attention to that. Question number 5. What are the stakes if the Integrity Commission's findings are upheld? Answer. If the Supreme Court sides with the Integrity Commission, Holness could face immense reputational damage and potentially legal repercussions if criminal charges are eventually filed. The ongoing scrutiny could not only weaken his political standing, but also set a legal precedent for future probes into government officials. This outcome could send a strong signal that even top officials aren't above the law and would reinforce the Integrity Commission's authority, which that we want. Enforce the Integrity Commission authority. Question number 6. Who are the key players involved in this court battle? Answer. On Holness's side, his legal representation is led by King's Counsel Georgia Gibson-Henlin, a highly regarded attorney who specializes in judicial review cases. The Integrity Commission, however, has enlisted King's Counsel Michael Hilton, a former Solicitor General, to defend their findings and investigation. Key figures like Kevon Stephenson, Director of Investigations, and Craig Beresford, Director of Information and Complaints, are instrumental to the Commission's case, providing critical evidence and testimonies against Holness's declarations. Question number 7. What's next if the Supreme Court grants Holness the judicial review? Answer. If the Supreme Supreme Court permits Holness to proceed with the judicial review, his legal team will challenge around 30 specific points related to the investigation, including the legality under the Integrity Commission Act and the CPA's provisions on illicit enrichment. This could result in portions or even all of the Commission's report being invalidated. Such outcome would essentially reset the investigation and potentially protect Holness from further scrutiny. Question number 8. How does this legal fight impact the Integrity Commission's reputation and power? Answer: if Holness wins, it could significantly weaken the Integrity Commission's influence, especially regarding high-profile investigations. Such a ruling might embolden other officials to question the Commission's authority, particularly on issues related to financial disclosure. However, if the Commission's findings are upheld, it would enhance its credibility and reinforce its role in holding even the highest-ranking officials accountable, which is what we want. Question number 9. Could these allegations affect Holness's future as Prime Minister? Answer: yes. The stakes are high for Holness. If the investigation drags on or worsens, his credibility and political support could erode both locally and internationally. Persistent allegations of financial misconduct could make it challenging for him to retain the public's trust, and his political rivals could use these findings to weaken his leadership or campaign against him in future elections. Well, we already see PNP do that, so as I say, this is just more ammunition, political ammunition for the PNP. I hope these questions and answers were able to address any potential concerns that you might have as it regards to PM Holness versus the Integrity Commission. Hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the twists and turns in Jamaican politics. And don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Now let's get into my reaction and commentary. You see, cognitive dissonance is something else. I'm not gonna say the word, but everything from these articles, because this is a combination of 4 different news articles. And all this information is what was tabled in Parliament by the Integrity Commission. So nothing in this or in these 4 articles what me I read and react to and I'll give commentary on. It's not my view, it's not my opinion. It have nothing to do with me. But people when read and follow the story correctly, when you present the facts and the information like this, you always have several comment scholars I go run in and say, I never that report say, because now then confirmation bias are kicking, Them cognitive dissonance are kicking now, them can't accept the truth, say, this is what it is. Over $470 million in unexplained income. That's what the IC found. Until now, up to this moment, Prime Minister Andrew Holness' statutory declarations for the year 2021 and 2023 is still not yet certified. It is still uncertified. Keisha Prince Kamika, the Commissioner's Director of Corruption Prosecution, she said that the Prime Minister could have been charged. The mere fact say PM Holness failed to declare 4 related bank accounts, he could have been charged. The Corruption Prevention Act, CPA Section 14.5, which clearly outlines that any person, any public official that fails to give a satisfactory explanation on where their wealth, which is relative to their earning, commits the offense of illicit enrichment. For example and argument's sake, you can't give an account for where this $1 billion come from and you only earn $100 million annually, then we need to know where the additional $1 billion come from, because you only earn $100 million every year. So now this are going to cause a probe and you are going to fall under section 14.5 because now you commit the offense of illicit enrichment because you can't give an account or explanation where the 1 billion come from. So I hope you follow me because I know everybody seems to understand or get it, or maybe they just in denial and them just super delusional. Me no know. Facts over feelings. Facts over feelings. And all of this is from the 171-page report that was tabled in Parliament on September 17, 2024. A report that outlined an investigation into the banking transactions involving Prime Minister Andrew Holness and 3 entities, 3 companies connected to him. And these 3 companies never did just move around 100,000 here and 1 million Jamaican dollars here and there. We're talking about several series of transactions over $470 million. That close to $500 million Jamaican. Accompanied with questions about tax compliance cause the man not paying no tax and this unexplained income. So that's what trigger off the probe and start a chain of events where lead us up to here where PM Holness is taking the Integrity Commission to the Supreme Court. And when you back somebody in a one corner, what you think them will do? Them will come out punching, kicking and swinging. A drowning man grab after straw. Let me address this quick little issue. If you are a die-hearted PMP or a die-hearted JLP, this channel I go offend you a lot. Me I go say things we are go offend you a lot. You will be offended. This channel definitely now go be for you cause guess what? Me I go call out your favorite political parties when them are foolishness. Yes. So this channel is not a cheerleader for either of your 2 favorite political parties. This channel is a cheerleader for a better Jamaica. And Jamaicans want to see a better Jamaica. So yeah, if the PMP do good, me I go cover it and me I talk about it, me I big them up. If the JLP do good, me I go cover it, me I go big them up and me I talk about it. So if you cannot handle any form of constructive criticism in a one objective way, this channel is definitely not for you. I realize a lot of people are not critical thinkers and they are not open-minded to hear a different perspective that may go against what they believe and what they like. You understand? So this channel is not to cater to your feelings and emotions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates and check out our other videos on Jamaica's political and social scene. Your support keeps us going. See you in the next video. One love, Jamaica.